And joining us now from Kyiv is Ukrainian MP Alexey Goncharenko. Good to see you this morning. So we're just about 2 hours away from that meeting we are anticipating between Zelenskyy and Trump. What are you expecting to see there?
I want to see the result. The best possible result is that we'll have ceasefire. I don't know. Trump will call Putin. Putin will agree. And then we will have a Christmas miracle. The war will stop. That's what I want to, that's what I would like to see. And that would be the best possible scenario. Probably it is very small chance we have that it exactly will happen. So in other case, what we want to see is the common position between President Trump and President Zelenskyy, and the common ground between them about how to achieve peace and what security guarantees should Ukraine receive.
Zelenskyy said a few days ago that the deal is about 90% done. Meanwhile, Russia still continues to attack Ukraine. How close do you think we are to actually reaching a deal?
Unfortunately, I think that Russia doesn't want peace. And they show it once again and again and again. So that's the problem. That's why it's hard to calculate the chances. So the only way to make Russia to agree for peace is the very strong position of the West, and the West will put hard pressure on Putin, very serious sanctions, more weapons to Ukraine, all these things which will show to Putin that he will not achieve his ultimate goal to wipe off Ukraine from the map of the world. That's what should be done. Also, what will be very useful is the decision about seizing of Russian frozen assets, both in Canada, in the United States, in the United Kingdom, and in Europe. Unfortunately, for the moment, this is not happening. And again, it shows to Putin some undecisiveness of the West, which is not good.
Alexey, what are you hearing from people inside Ukraine about how they're feeling in terms of the deal that could be agreed to?
People are exhausted because of the war. All people, the main, wish everybody has today, and everybody wish to one another this Christmas, this New Year, is peace, nothing else. So this is very important. Another thing is that Ukrainians are not ready for surrender. And we do not deserve surrender. Russia failed to take Kiev, Odessa, Kharkiv, other major cities. Russia failed to conquer, for example, left bank, Dnieper River left bank, Ukraine, and so on and so on. So we don't deserve any kind of surrender. It looks more like a stalemate. So we need to stop this war. But if we're speaking about lines and territories, it should be stopped on the current lines. And Ukrainians are not ready to give up more land to Russia.
We saw yesterday that Zelenskyy met with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. What was President Zelenskyy signaling during that brief visit to Canada? What was the purpose of the meeting?
I wasn't there in person, but I think it's very important for Ukraine to have support of Canada, both in G7 and in NATO. And especially now when the position of the United States sometimes is not clear. So Canada is very important. And I want to thank Canadian people and Canadian government for last decision, once again, decision about support of Ukraine, financial support, which we need badly, but also military support, also sanctions. So Canada is really, Canada makes a lot to support Ukraine, and we appreciate it very much. We want to have even more support as a leadership of Canada, where Canada can lead other nations, showing example and explaining to everybody why what's happening in Ukraine matters from both sides of the ocean and in general for the whole planet.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
All right, that is Alexey Goncharenko, Ukrainian Member of Parliament.